Hello, everybody. This is Lama Caroline from NgalSo España at Malaga, Spain. So today we're going to continue to talk about Lama Gancho's wonderful, amazing combined practice. Today we're going to be streaming from Spain because actually in Albagnano it's snowing. So the weather's not so good. So very sorry to our Italian friends. Because actually we like to do with Italian translation, but dispiace. I'm really sorry, but technically it's not possible. But anyway, we'll do our best, okay? First, let's do some preliminary prayers, and then we'll talk about Rinpoche's combined practice, okay? Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya. Sangye Jada Sogi Jonamla Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi Dagi Jinso Gipe Sonanki Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho Sangye Jada Sogi Jonamla Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi Dagi Jinso Gipe Sonanki Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other perfections, may we become enlightened for the benefit of all beings. Samchen Tamche Dewa Dan Dewe Gyudan Dempa Gyuchi. Samchen Tamche Dunyel Dan Dunyel Gi. Gyudan Drawa Gyuchi. Samchen Tamche Dunyel Mepe Dewa Dami Drawa Gyuchi. Samchen Tamche Nyerin Chadani Dan Trawe Tanyola Nepa Gyuchi. Senchen Tamche Lusen Gidunele Soshin Trayun Lusen Dewadan Dempa Gyuchi. Senchen Tamche NgalSo Tochin China Nochu Koyu Danshin Samane Gyuchi. Senchen Tamche Dansan Buli Gikedo Dadan China Gishi Dedan Dukun Dempa Gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings experience inner and world peace now and forever. Tamche du ni sa shi da se ma la so home padan la til tanya bedurye ran shin jam hone gyuji la da mi che pese no su sham da hani ki troko san che tri la na me nan ke kan go hon kya gyuji. O namo bhagavati benzo sawa pramadani tatagatai ahate samya sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Tasa Benze Maha Vidya Benze Maha Bodhicitta Benze Maha Bodhi Mandropa Samkramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Vishodana Benze So Kuncho Sungi Dempadan Sangye Dan Janju Sempa Tamche Gi Jingi Alada Soni Yonsu So Penadan Chempodan Chuki Nampa Dachin Sangi Mikyape Dogi deshi ni du gyu chi. Malu san chen kun ki kun kyu chi. Du de pun je mi se jong se la. No na malu yanda ken gyu pe. Chon den ko che ne di she su su. Ko sun gu pe go ne cha se lo no sha yi tro che pa malu bo. To me ne sa di tun tam che sha. Ke pa ke wa hanam la je yi ran ka wa ma to. Badu le shu ne dro la chu ki ko lo ko wada. Da shen chen na jan chu chen pu no. Sa shi pu ki jo shi me to tra ri ra li shi ni de gen pa di. San ge shin tu mi te bo wa yi. Tro ku na la shin la chu pa sho. Idam guru ratna mandala kaniritayami. Lojang Gyawa Kungi Yesheni Tritu Drime Gyaltan Simpeso Ratan Kyoko Geso Trudun Kun Chichen Lame Shabla Sawate Om A Guru Vajradara Samati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawasiti Hu Om A Guru Vajradara Samati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawasiti Hu Om A Guru Vajradara Samati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawasiti Hum. Lucio Sampo Pelgyuta Shipa Tuchen Tempe Trilea Nota Pegyedro Loza Pese Pachen Palden La Mesha Blaso Wate Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamanya Sawasiti Hum Pakya ke kudan dahagilu Pakya ke sudan dagina Pakya ke tudan dahagi Danyamachi tu jingialo Makya ke kudan dahagilu Makya ke sudan dagina Makya ke tudan Dahagi Danyamachi Tujingyalo. So now we imagine that Rinpoche's holy mind absorbs into our subtle mind at our heart, and we're blessed with his inspiration. Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Munye Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Munye Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Munye Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, hello everybody. Hope everybody is well today. So today we're going to talk about Lama Ganchen Rinpoche wonderful, amazing combined NgalSo practice. Yeah. So I hope you've all downloaded your sadhana. Yeah. Let me just get mine. 1 second. Let's see. Okay, here we are. 1 second. Okay, here we are. Okay. So, as you probably all know, those of you who are not in Albagnano, which at the moment is most of us because of the pandemic, only this year, we hope. Next year, we all hope to be back together there. Yeah? But please download your sadhana following the download link, okay? So anyway, yesterday I start to explain a little bit about the origin of the NgalSo practice, the combined practice. And actually, to summarize what I was saying yesterday, I said something actually important, yeah, which was that actually the sources of the inspiration of the NgalSo lineage of Rinpoche told to me and to actually Professor Yuntung Gyatso, and he wrote down in it Tibetan, yeah, okay. So we have all this written down. So the sources of our NgalSo tradition is, of course, firstly, Rinpoche's own studies and knowledge within the Tibetan Gelugpa monasteries that he attended, yeah, receiving great teachings from many great Gelugpa masters, great masters like Panchen Lama, His Holiness Kebje Pabonka Rinpoche, Kebje Trizan Rinpoche, Kebje Song Rinpoche, many other great Zimi Rinpoche, many great masters, okay? Also Rinpoche's own continuous practice and experience of all the different sutras and tantras, yeah, so that's the first thing. The second source of inspiration was when he went to Borobudur in 1992. So he'd been many times before that, but then he requests permission from his gurus and yidams to open up his Gandaningu tradition and share with everybody. So then he have a direct vision, like speaking like face to face with his gurus and the holy beings, and they gave him the permission to start to share the NgalSo teachings, yeah. So that was the second source of inspiration. The third source of inspiration was what's it called? NgalSo Neljo Gyelpo, the 2,000-page, 2-volume book of Trupu Lotsawa, together with the great yogi Maitri Yogi, written in the 12th century. So this was a very special book on yogic practices, which Trupu Lotsawa, this incredible enlightened master, they made. But when Trupu Lotsawa wrote it down, he said, this is not for now, for the 12th century. This is for the future generations. That means us, actually, yeah? So he said, I write it in the 12th century, but I hide it in the heavens until the future generation, yeah? So the heavens means that actually in 1993, when Rinpoche La come back from Borobudur after he received the permission from his gurus, yeah? And it's amazing how these things work, yeah? After he received the permission from all the holy beings, then he come back to Milano. And then actually Dr. Pasang, who was working with Rinpoche La at that time, they had a Menzikang, a medical school in Milano, and he brought these 2 volumes of Tibetan books from India, yeah? These like special book of Trupu Lotsawa, yeah? And then Rinpoche start to read it and all start to download into his mind. He took it out from the heavens, yeah? So one of the most profound sources of our NgalSo tradition is the works of Trupu Lotsawa Maitri Yogi. Yeah? So many of the things that we do, if you look there, but it's not so easy because it's in medieval Tibetan, you can see there, incredible, okay? So that's the third source, okay, of inspiration of the NgalSo teachings, yeah? Then I was saying the fourth source of inspiration actually is the NgalSo books, 3-volume books of NgalSo by the great Tibetan master Longchenpa, yeah? Very important, like, teaching on how to relax the mind, yeah. The fifth source of inspiration is the Gyawa Ensapa. Gyawa Ensapa is considered to be the first Panchen Lama, okay. So he achieved enlightenment. It's called the victorious conqueror, yeah, the one who spent his life in retreat. And Ensa means in isolation, yeah, meditating, yeah. So he achieved enlightenment in 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days. Yeah, and he has a very beautiful series of collected works. So within there's one special practice of Yamanturka called the 5 Yamanturkas. So Rinpoche, he always told me, I mean, I have this obviously, he said that a strong inspiration for self-healing was that sadhana of Gyawa and Sapa of the 5 Yamanturkas, okay? And then finally, in terms of the view of like how to meditate on the nature of reality, Rinpoche said we should look towards the works of Lama Tsongkhapa, of course, the great founder of our Gelugpa Ganden tradition. And he said especially we should look towards the praise of interdependent origination, okay? Yeah, there is explaining what we need to understand, okay? So actually there's these 6 main sources of inspiration of the NgalSo teachings, okay? So I was saying that yesterday and some other things, yeah? Okay, yesterday I read Rinpoche's preface, yeah? And now we will continue to discuss the combined practice, yeah? Of course, there's so much to say. Maybe we'll talk for the rest of our life about Rinpoche combined practice, possible, yeah? Okay. So actually, even the title, you know, NgalSo Renshin Chutab, actually in Tibetan means the way to create ease and well-being for oneself and others, yeah? In English, it's translated as combined NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. Why it's like that? Because that's what Rinpoche wanted, yeah? All this sadhana, Rinpoche La himself, he approved it all, actually just shortly 1 month before he passed into parinirvana. Then he said, it's perfect, don't touch, yeah? Just put like this. So everything here is not like our interpretation, it's what Rinpoche himself wants to say, okay? So anyway, so NgalSo Renshin Chutab, yeah? Tibetan, how to create ease and well-being for oneself and others. Western title, combined NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah? And then there's a very special title, actually, which is Practice of the Guru Buddha's Body Mandalas, which penetrate the places of the Vajra body with clear light. Tantric liberation in the palm of your hand. So that title is like so high, so amazing, yeah? So for example, yeah, so we have many, in our Mahayana path, we have the path of method of skillful means, and we have the path of wisdom, okay, yeah? And we always say that to fly to enlightenment, we need these 2 wings, don't we? Like the Garuda, no? A one-winged Garuda cannot take off, yeah? So we need the 2 wings of wisdom and skillful means, yeah? So of skillful means, there are many incredible things, yeah? And actually Rinpoche, Lama Rinpoche himself, he always said, I am a method Lama, yeah? Okay, so he had like all these incredible like skillful means to bring people into the Dharma, yeah? All kinds of people that normally would most probably not have been in the Dharma, I'm sure, yeah? A lot of our friends, yeah? But anyway, because Rinpoche was so amazingly skillful, many people were gathered into the right path, into the Dharma path of all different nationalities and cultures and social class, all kinds of incredible people, yeah? So anyway, of the skillful means, actually, the highest skillful means is to penetrate the places of our Vajra body, yeah? Okay? And in this way for the clear light to manifest. And this is actually how one develops what's called the incredibly high realization of Tantric Mahamudra, okay? So this is like so profound, this sadhana, yeah? So, but anyway, despite the fact it's so incredibly profound, Rinpoche, he liked to give this to everybody, you know? Like give one chance for everybody to enter into the actual real practice, the real, let's say, highway of the Buddha's teachings, okay? So just before we start, actually, I have lots and lots of notes of what Rinpoche said, yeah? So I found one thing that Rinpoche said very nice. Of course, Rinpoche said thousands of beautiful things, but this is just something that caught my attention a few minutes ago before I was going to start, yeah? So, okay, so Rinpoche, he said this many years ago, he said, okay. He said, actually, you know, nowadays, we modern people, yeah? We have everything we need for our daily comfort, yeah? We have so much things due to science and technology. But despite all this, yeah, even though our lives are so comfortable and we have all this incredible technology, we're not fulfilled or peaceful or happy, yeah, okay? And he says in the recent times, so he meant like in the 50s, 60s onwards, yeah, okay? Many great gurus have come to help out the modern people with our modern way of living, yeah? So they came from the east, yeah, where the sun rises, yeah. And all these great masters and gurus and teachers and lamas have done a great job, yeah. But somehow people don't seem to get a method which fits with their modern personality or their temperament, yeah. Okay. Which actually is true, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So then he turned to all of us, yeah, us who were like sort of aspiring Tibetan Buddhist practitioners, yeah, okay, we who were there around him at Western Disciples, and he said, all of you, you know, you're all repeating the practices of Yamantaka, Haruka, Kalachakra, Vajrayogini, and so on, yeah. And all these ancient traditions are very good, they're so wonderful and powerful, but you don't understand them, and also you don't have time to engage in these practices properly, which is completely true, no? Yeah? Because like many of us, you know, like who are following the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, of course, we met these incredible masters, living Buddhas, enlightened people, wonderful tradition, yeah, giving these incredible high practices. Okay, then of course we want them now. Whether we're ready for them or not doesn't matter. But anyway, we want them, we must have them. So we take all these initiations, yeah, okay. But then this isn't exactly the problem, yeah. How are we going to do it, yeah? Yesterday I gave this story of some people that I know that they went to India, to Gandham Monastery 35 years ago. And at that time, Kyabje Song Rinpoche, who was one of Lama Ganche's most important gurus, was living, and he was there. And Kyabje Song Rinpoche was giving a series of initiations. Yeah, so these two Western people turned up, and 1 week later they had the initiation of Guya Samaja, Haruka, Yamantaka, Vajrayogini, Tarachitamani, Chud, and Chud. Yeah, okay. But because it was from Gandham Monastery, each one, they had one commitment to do the practice every day. So they come back with like something, a book like this thick, yeah, A4 size, yeah, with like a telephone directory of all the different prayers and recitations they had to do every day, yeah. And it used to take them like 5 or 6 hours every day to do it, yeah. So unless you have like your trust fund or something, or you know, or some kind of incredibly well-paid part-time job, this is a little bit difficult for most people to do that every day, no? So this is what Rinpoche is talking about, yeah, okay? So he said, you like to do all these wonderful traditions, Guya Samaja, Haruka, Yamantaka, Kala Chakra, Vajrayogini, so wonderful, so powerful, but you don't understand them, and also you haven't got the time to do them. So what are we going to do? So Rinpoche said, yeah, self-healing is the key to all tantra, yeah, okay? NgalSo tantric self-healing, yeah? So Rinpoche said, I have made this possible and have dedicated it to end the suffering of all modern people. Like, thank you so much, Rinpoche. So kind, really so kind, yeah, okay? I'm sure in the future people will recognize who Rinpoche actually was, you know, because like, you know, he was so visionary. It's like these people sometimes so far ahead of their time that even in their time people don't really get it, you know. But he said, I've made this possible and dedicated NgalSo tantric self-healing to end the suffering of all modern people. And then he said, I respect the causes and conditions like Guru Shakyamuni Buddha did. So when Buddha Shakyamuni got enlightened, yeah, okay, achieved actually awakening, Rinpoche always said awakening, not enlightenment, like us, yeah, when Buddha became awakened, when he achieved Bodhi, yeah. For 49 days, he just sat under the tree, yeah, the Bodhi tree. I don't know exactly what he was thinking. I'm sure he was thinking more than, wow, this is amazing, yeah. But basically what he was thinking was, Rinpoche said was, for 49 days, he gave no teachings because there were no conditions. There was no basis for them to be given, yeah? Okay. So actually what happened is that the Shakyamuni, he thought maybe nobody will understand like my experience, the Mahamudra experience, the nature of reality, yeah? So maybe I should just sit here and stay in the forest and not share with anybody. But then the condition came because the Hindu devas, Brahma and Vishnu, they came down to earth and they request the Buddha to turn the wheel of Dharma, yeah? So they came down and one offered the wheel, the Dharma wheel, and the other offered the conch, yeah? And they said, please, awakened one, yeah? There are many beings in this world with only a little dust in their eyes, you know, so please, you know, please get up, turn the wheel of Dharma, and clear away the dust and for those beings, yeah? So there are many beings who can benefit from your teaching. So then, because of this condition, yeah, the Buddha agreed, and he get up, and then he walked to Sarnath, to Varanasi, and then he started to turn the wheel of Dharma to teach, okay? Yeah? So this is what Rinpoche is saying here. The conditions that came first were the Theravada, which is when the Buddha first turned the wheel of the Dharma. He turned the wheel of the Four Noble Truths, yeah? He taught the Dharma to the 5 ascetics in the Deer Park in Sarnath, near Varanasi, yeah? Okay, and then gradually come out what is called the Theravada, the school of the ancient ones, yeah, okay? Then gradually the Buddha taught the Prajna Paramita, the perfection of wisdom, and came out the Mahayana teachings, yeah? And then the Buddha revealed the tantras like Guhya Samaja, Yamantaka, Chakrasamvara, Kalachakra, and so on, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche said the conditions came along, and so the teachings were given, yeah, okay? And this is actually very much a feature of like how Rinpoche was. Like Rinpoche hated having a program, yeah? Rinpoche was always, all the time, was waiting for the condition, yeah? And then when the condition came, he would respond, yeah? Because his mind was like that, in the true Buddhist tradition, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche said the conditions came along, so these teachings were given. So he said, please, if you are interested, trust self-healing and do it fully, yeah? Even if you mix it with other practices. This we need to print out and stick on the wall in Albagnano and all our centers and make t-shirts, yeah, okay? So trust self-healing and do it fully, yeah? Even if you do other practices, trust, yeah, these teachings, trust these practices, yeah? And Rinpoche said, Lama Gangchen Rinpoche said to everybody, I give you, anybody, yeah, permission to use all my books, yeah, okay? Please follow me well, all those who take refuge in me, yeah, okay? And he said, if you follow like this, he said, this is more than life insurance, yeah, yeah? He said, I will take care of all of you until enlightenment, and he said, from not only this life, but life to life, okay? So anyway, so Rinpoche said many times like this, okay? So I'd like to share this with everybody, seeing as we're actually talking on YouTube at the moment. So obviously these teachings obviously are aimed at our NgalSo Buddhist community, yeah? The followers of Lama Gangchen Rinpoche. However, Lama Gangchen's own idea was that anybody in the world was welcome to listen, welcome to try, welcome to practice. Anybody could read his books, anybody could come in our gompas around the world and meditate, yeah? Okay? So Rinpoche had this incredible open approach, yeah? So this is what, in honor of Rinpoche, we will continue. He specifically asked us to do, yeah? Okay? So like how our guru showed, we need to continue in his way, okay? So then Rinpoche said, if you like to follow me, very good, yeah? And he said, I'm writing many books on self-healing subjects, self-healing 2, self-healing 3, self-healing 4, environment book, and so on, okay? And then he started talking, and he said, okay, he said thousands of things, but he said, you need to understand my dedication. Like what he always said, you need to understand what I'm thinking, no? So we will try Rinpoche La, okay, with our limited mentality and our delusions, but to the best of our limited ability, we'll try and understand your holy thoughts, okay? And he said, if you practice these self-healing techniques, yeah, you will understand I'm giving you thousands of keys, okay? Yeah, not just one key, not to one wisdom key, but thousands of wisdom keys, yeah? But he said, first of all, you need to understand the NgalSo Tantric self-healing sadhana, and then all the other things can manifest, yeah, okay? So this is exactly why Rinpoche La teach the way he did. So we start with self-healing 1, which is actually what Rinpoche, when he first came to the West, no? When he came to Greece and Italy and then South America and started to travel around as a healer in modern society, yeah? For 10 years, he was sharing, his mantra was Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni Soha, and the 4 limitless thoughts that we just repeat now, okay? So that was, may all beings have happiness and its causes, may all beings be free from suffering and its causes, yeah? May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery, and may all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. Yeah, and that was it. Yeah, for 10 years, and then Rinpoche was healing many people with Himalayan herbs. Yeah, and also by his incredible presence. Yeah, healing many incurable people around the world. Okay. So people used to call him the singing Lama at the time. Yeah, when I first met him, actually, that's what everybody said. Oh, this is the singing Lama, and he used to do like white Tara practice, Hopunai Chenrezi, Tara, green Tara practice. Yeah, lots and lots of singing, like kirtan type singing. Yeah, okay, of mantras. Yeah, that we used to do with him. Yeah, the singing Lama. Okay, so for 10 years, Rinpoche gave like one mantra, of course, and some people ignorantly, they said, oh, this Lama only knows one mantra. But of course, not true. Rinpoche knew everything, more than everything. Yeah, he was the guru of many gurus. Yeah, okay. So then in 1993, came back from Borobudur, and he started to share the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing teachings. Okay. So what I was saying is that his first book, Self-Healing 1, is this summer of 2020, I gave a series of lectures which are recorded on our NgalSo channel, ngalso.org, which is Rinpoche explaining the basic principles of NgalSo, like Ngal and So. Yeah, Ngal means we need to abandon all the negative interdependent causes and conditions, and So we need to embrace and increase all the positive things in our life. Yeah, okay. As Rinpoche famously said, every day one less negative thing, every day one more positive thing, and so on. Yeah. And then, who's our friend? Who's our enemy? Oh, it's me. I'm my enemy. Yeah, but I need to become my friend. Yeah, we need to take responsibility for our own lives. Yeah, our own experience. Yeah. Self-Healing 1, it also says we need to practice Lojong, okay, and transform the mind in that way. Okay, so that was Rinpoche's first, let's say, official teaching, Self-Healing 1. Then after Rinpoche come back from Borobudur in beginning of 1993, yeah, having had the vision, he started to explain NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah. And presently, apart from this winter retreat in Albagnano, I'm actually going through the Self-Healing 2 book of Rinpoche in detail because he asked to do like that, okay. So in January, I'll continue with that, yeah, okay. So Rinpoche start explaining the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing system, which is transforming the 5 negative, well, it's the highest yoga tantra, and it also can be seen as a yoga tantra, okay, which is a special part of the Mahayana Buddhism, and it's based on transforming the 5 negative emotions into the 5 exalted wisdoms, which we personify as the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, the 5 supreme healers, okay? So that's Self-Healing 2. Self-Healing 3 is called Making Peace with the Environment, which is recognizing and purifying the 5 pranas, the 5 elements, yeah, okay? So now we have 5 impure elements, which is space, wind, water, earth, and fire, yeah? And we need to awaken and purify and strengthen our elements. And finally, we see them in their pure form as what we call the 5 great element mothers, yeah? So nowadays in modern society, no, we have this idea of Mother Earth, but actually we have 5 mothers. We have Mother Space, Mother Wind, Mother Water, Mother Fire, yeah? We actually 5 element mothers, yeah, okay? So when we've transformed our 5 negative emotions into 5 exalted wisdoms, and when we have purified our 5 elements, we are a Buddha. This is what enlightenment means, actually. A Sangye, somebody with a completely open and expanded mind, yeah, okay? So, Self-Healing 2, so incredibly important, yeah, powerful practice, yeah? And actually, within the combined practice, it's there in a short way, yeah? So, Rinpoche, in 1993, start to share the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, okay, yeah? And in the first 6 weeks, actually, after he come back from Borobudur, yeah, actually, he turned up in the Gompa, said, I'm going to make a book. And he said, okay. And they said, you, pointing to me, you're going to write it. So I thought, okay, doesn't speak very much, won't take very long, but little did I know. But anyway, so we start, me and also Sharon and Cozy, Ista, many friends, yeah, together. We worked together, Anna Maria Duccio, many people. We worked together and we produced the Dario, no? We worked together, produced the first volume of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, okay? So, where did all the rest come from? Okay, the Guhya Samaja, the Haruka, the Yamantaka, all the rest of the practices that were in the combined sadhana, yeah? So Rinpoche, actually, at the beginning, and also for many years, he used to say that actually his intention was just to teach NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, yeah, okay? And he thought that would be completely enough because it was Self-Healing 2 is showing like the underlying structure, let's say, of the of our Gelugpa Vajrayana system, okay? Is showing like, and Rinpoche always said that if you understand Self-Healing 2, then any other practice you want to do is super easy, and if you want to go to any other initiation or receive teaching or commentary from any other Lama, you will understand, yeah? Because he said otherwise, you know, what happened is people went to all these incredible high teachings and then come back and don't understand anything, yeah, okay? So anyway, so he used to tell many stories about this. For example, there was one very high Lama giving Kalachakra initiation, okay? And many people went to go, and actually many Tibetan people went to this initiation, yeah? And Rinpoche said that there was one young guy there, very smart, very intelligent, yeah? So Rinpoche said to him, oh, what did you learn from the Kalachakra initiation of this great Lama? And he said, all I remember is he said, you should put your umbrella up when it rains, yeah? Why? Because these teachings are so high, so profound, so complex, that it's really difficult sometimes to get the point, yeah? So what Rinpoche did actually is he kind of like went back to the basics, like the Indian view of the Tantras. And why he could do that actually is because he himself was an Indian master, yeah? Rinpoche is a tulku, no? That means somebody who for many lives is reborn again and again out of compassion for the rest of us, yeah? With the same dedication, like to, let's say, to raise the level of consciousness in humanity, yeah? And so this is not like our fantasy, Western fantasy or something like this. We have like what we call Namtha, which is like liberating biographies of Rinpoche, okay, which he didn't make up himself. But when he was recognized as Ganshin Rinpoche, yeah, then automatically he was recognized as the successive incarnation of many great masters, yeah, actually from India and Tibet and Nepal and so on, yeah. So he himself actually in the past life was recognized as two very famous Indian Mahasiddhas. One was the famous female Mahasiddha, Lakshminkara, who was incredibly important actually, yeah, because she was very important in the Guhya Samaja Tantra, yeah, also in Yamantaka, yeah. Also, she was sort of like actually probably the founder of the Vajrayogini tradition actually, yeah. And anyway, super important, okay. So first thing was that Rinpoche was this great female Mahasiddha, Lakshminkara, and then actually in a successive incarnation, Rinpoche was a Mahasiddha Dharikapa, who was very important guru of Chakrasambhara, Haruka, and also of Chenrezi and Kalachakra, okay? So let's see, so already Guhya Samaja, Haruka, Vajrayogini, yeah? All there, in those 2 lifetimes, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche, he also in our Rinpoche now in this present lifetime, when he was young, in his 20s, when he left Tibet, yeah, he went first to Sikkim and then he went to India, and he studied in the Sanskrit school in Varanasi, and he was the attendant of the famous Gelugpa Tantric master Kyabje Song Rinpoche, great master, incredible, yeah, okay. And Kyabje Song Rinpoche was actually one of the first Gelugpa masters to bring like the essence of the Ganden Nyingu tradition to the West in the 70s, okay. And so anyway, so while Rinpoche was in this Sanskrit school, okay, and he spent all his time practicing. But anyway, I don't know. He had all these past lives as an Indian Mahasiddha, yeah. Plus he went back to India, okay. So Rinpoche himself, he had like this very kind of Indian approach to the Dharma, yeah. So he was always said, this is not Lamaism. This is our tradition is really Indian Buddhism, okay, yeah. And he emphasized that a lot, which is why he always takes us to Borobudur and all these kind of places, yeah, to show us the true origins of our Tibetan modern Vajrayana tradition. Okay, some of us are Tibetan, some of us are many nationalities, but anyway, we're all the successors to this incredible Ganden Nyingu NgalSo lineage, thanks to Rinpoche La and many other great masters. We're so incredible lucky, yeah. So Rinpoche had this incredible Indian viewpoint, okay. So he kind of went back to basics, like the original Indian view somehow, and then he kind of remade the practice, the self-healing practice, showing the essence of all the key important practices that are combined within many of these great practices, like Guya Samaja, for example. Yeah, okay, but in a way that was digestible for us. Yeah, okay. So this, obviously, I'm going to be speaking about a lot more actually in 2021, because actually in 2021 I'm going to continue with the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, okay? Rinpoche asked me to do it in detail this time, because many times over the years we spent like almost 30 years traveling around, Rinpoche and myself and many other friends and disciples, yeah, giving like explanations of self-healing and so on, all around the world, but in a short way. So now Rinpoche request before he passed into parinirvana, yeah, that now we explain in a more detailed way, and also we try and practice in a more detailed way, okay? So anyway, in 2021, I'll be continuing with the self-healing commentary, okay? But what I wanted to say is, okay, where did all the rest, if Rinpoche's idea was that we should only do NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, and it was enough, yeah? Where did all the rest come from then? All NgalSo Guya Samaja, NgalSo Haruka, NgalSo Yamantaka, NgalSo Chittamanitara, NgalSo Kala Chakra, and so on and so on. Yeah? Actually, we have many of these incredible practices and sadhanas. So how come Rinpoche said one thing, then finally we have, I don't know, like almost 100 other practices, yeah? So actually, it happened like this, okay? In 1993, when Rinpoche come back from Borobudur, and we were in Kumpe Lama Ganchen in Milano, we start to, Rinpoche start to speak, okay, and I would write it down, okay, and then my friends typing, and we're all like making Rinpoche's first book, no, the Self-Healing 2, okay. So then Rinpoche start to speak about Shambhala, okay. And so the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 book, in fact, it says, Tantric Self-Healing of Body and Mind, and Methods to Transform this World into Shambhala, yeah, okay? And this has always been a big theme of Rinpoche's thought, that we can transform our society into a peaceful world, a positive world, yeah? And we can use the ancient wisdom of his tradition, yeah, to make the world a better place, yeah? So, while Rinpoche was explaining about self-healing, also we start to talk about Tibetan medicine, astrology, and the Kala Chakra, which all became parts of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 system, yeah, okay? And so then actually, while he was doing that, it was like this incredible, like, creative moment. And actually at that time, Rinpoche only used to sleep like 2 hours a night. Yeah, I was very inspired, yeah? So for us, it was quite difficult, yeah? We didn't get any sleep, yeah? But anyway, but also we were very inspired as well at that time, yeah? So Rinpoche, okay, got this prayer, which is a prayer by the 6th Panchen Lama, Lobsang Tubten Chukyinima, very famous Lama. I think he's considered, I don't know, like the 9th. Anyway, it depends how you count. Anyway, very famous, important one of the Panchen Lamas, okay? And he wrote this prayer how to get to Shambhala, yeah, okay? So one of his predecessors made the Shambhala Lamyik, this long guidebook to Shambhala, which I explained a few months ago, yeah? So now this Panchen Lama Lobsang Tubten Chukyinima, he explained in 6 verses, yeah, okay? So let me read to you what it said, yeah, because Rinpoche said, okay, we need this prayer, yes, okay? So he told me what it was, write down, okay? And this is included in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. So the prayer is, homage to the kind spiritual master, inseparably one with glorious Kala Chakra, who has attained the state of the empty body with the great unchanging bliss, possessing all excellences, in constant embrace with the beautiful Dharmadhatu lover. That's the first verse, okay? Second verse. To the north of India lies the fabulous land of Shamba. Afterwards, I'll post this on our Sangha groups, okay? Yeah, so you can all read it. Anyway, it's in Self-Healing too. To the north of India lies the fabulous land of Shambhala, with the city of Kalapa, a jewel in its heart. There, in its center, seated on a throne studded with jewels, as though riding a magical flying horse, is Raudri Chakri, wrathful holder of the wheel. Okay. Bless me that I may behold you in Shambhala, wisely guiding your throngs of followers. And when the time comes to tame the barbarians, may you keep me in your inner circle. Should I die before achieving enlightenment, may I be reborn in Shambhala, in the city of Kalapa, and have the good fortune to drink the honey of the sublime teachings of the Kalkin masters. Yeah. May I take to completion the profound non-dual teaching of the two yogic stages of tantric practice, as taught in the Guhya Samaja, Yamantaka, Haruka Chakrasamvara, and Kala Chakra. Thus, in this very lifetime, may I achieve the realization of the clear light and the illusory body of perfect union, or the empty body conjoined with the unchanging bliss. Okay, so very profound 6 verses. Okay, yeah. So Rinpoche said, okay, we need this prayer, and so write it down, no? Okay, and then around this he based the astrological Kala Chakra part of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 practice, okay? In January, actually, I'll be explaining this section on the astrological practices, okay? So here, okay, so there's all kinds of incredible things. Yeah, Raudri Chakri is the 25th king of Shambhala, the one who's going to lead the peace force, united peace force of Shambhala back into the human world and restore order to the Kali Yuga, yeah, okay? So he's considered to be a future incarnation of the Panchen Lamas, yeah, okay, in 400 years' time, yeah. So actually, right now, there's this in our what do you say, winter solstice. No, there was this conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, and many Western people were hoping this was the age of Aquarius, and we very much hope it is. Actually, let's hope it's true, yeah. But according to our Tibetan Vedic Vajrayana system, the age of Aquarius is actually in 400 times when this happens, when the Shambhala, when the Aquarius, time of Aquarius comes, like astronomically, yeah. And at that time, the Shambhala people will come back to our earth and the new age will then start, okay? But anyway, it says, yeah, okay, if I die before I've completed the path, may I get to Shambhala? So Rinpoche said, let's try and make Shambhala here and now, yeah? And the last verse is so important. It says, may I take to completion the profound non-dual message, non-duality. This is like the main point, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Of understanding the nature of reality, of the Mahayana, okay. May I take to completion the profound non-dual message of the 2 yogic stages of Tantra, yeah, as taught in Guhya Samaja, Haruka, and Yamantaka. These 3 practices, okay, so important, yeah, for us Galupas practitioners, because Lama Tsongkhapa, the founder of our tradition, he said, you must practice these three together in order to achieve enlightenment in one lifetime. It's like a kit, yeah. You cannot miss the practice of these 3, yeah, which is why up till now they've been the main practices in our Galupa tradition, yeah, okay. Okay, so you must practice Guhya Samaja, Yamantaka, Haruka Chakra Samvara, and Kala Chakra, yeah? And thus, in this very lifetime, I achieve the realization of clear light and illusory body. Clear light is the main thing emphasized in the Chakra Samvara, Mother Tantras, no? Illusory body is the main realization emphasized in the Guhya Samaja Tantra, yeah? And actually, we need the union of the clear light and the illusory body, which, for example, is emphasized in, for example, the Yamantaka Tantra, yeah? Or plan B, we need to achieve the empty body conjoined with the unchanging bliss, which is the realization state of Kala Chakra. Okay, very high things. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so Rinpoche said, we need this prayer. Okay, so sitting there, writing it down. Okay, in Kumpan Lama Ganshin. Yeah. Yeah. And then start to think. And then go back to Rinpoche, say, Rinpoche, it says here, you said we need this prayer. It says here we need to practice Guya Samaja, Yamantaka, Haruka, and Kala Chakra, yeah? So please, 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 Rinpoche, yeah? Can you teach us Guya Samaja, Yamantaka, Haruka, and Kala Chakra? Because it says here, and you said this prayer is so important and we need it in self-healing too. So please, kindly teach us the method of Guya Samaja, Yamantaka, Haruka, and Kala Chakra. And then Rinpoche, they said, yeah, okay, yes, okay. And then it actually start like this, okay? So then gradually, not, okay, in 1 week or 1 day or even 1 year, but then for the first year, Rinpoche was only teaching NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, okay? Second year, Rinpoche was teaching making peace with the environment, yeah? And then actually, in the third year, Rinpoche started to teach Guya Samaja, okay? And then after that, he started to teach Chakra Samvara, yeah? And Vajrayogini. I mean, teach, I mean, not, of course, Rinpoche, many, many times he was giving like these wangs, yeah, these of our tradition, of our Gelugpa tradition, yeah, from the lineage of great masters of our tradition. Like, so as many times he was giving these initiations in their Tibetan format, okay? But I mean, when he started to make these practices of Guya Samaja, his practices, his way of doing it, yeah? So what first year was self-healing 2, okay? Whole year we go around the world, every one of his centers, like, I don't know, like, for example, all the Italian centers, and then Rinpoche would go to Almeria in Spain, and then he would go to Belgium, to France, to Germany, to Holland, to South America, to Brazil, to Argentina, to Chile, yeah, to Nepal, to around, you know, to Malaysia, to Borobudur, and every single place, yeah, he would give exactly the same teaching, yeah, okay? At that time, I was his Dharma attendant, okay? So I was there, and that's why I have like thousands and millions of like notes of what Rinpoche said and what he thought and what he did, because I was following him around, okay? And like recording everything that he did, okay? So every single place that Rinpoche went to, he would give exactly the same teaching. So for the first year, he gave like self-healing 2 teaching, okay? Then the next year, environment, and so on, yeah? And then gradually, little bit by little bit, he started, when the condition arose, exactly as he said in this quotation that I shared at the beginning, yeah? He started to, as the conditions arose, he started to take out the Guya Samaja practice, yeah? Start to take out the Haruka practice, the Yamantaka, the Kala Chakra, and so on, yeah? And actually, so everything, as Rinpoche said, depends on the arisal of cause and conditions, yeah? Yeah, so Rinpoche his first idea was only self-healing, but because of the conditions arose, yeah, auspicious conditions, then finally come out the whole system, and Rinpoche, until actually 1 month before he passed into paranirvana, he was like working on that system, yeah? And then fortunately for us, 1 month before Rinpoche passed into the clear light, into the paranirvana, he said, okay, that's it. Now it's perfect. Don't change, yeah? And we produce the combined practice, okay? Which we're very, very happy now that we can all have. And hopefully now we all really, really start to practice this in honor of Rinpoche, and also to deepen our personal experience, okay? Okay, so at the beginning, yeah, okay, in the contents list, okay? So this is why there's a list of things, okay? So, okay, so it says contents, yeah? Okay, author's preface, dedication, introduction, also preliminary practices, okay? This, okay, very important, but I've been explaining those for, I think, 1 or 2 months, and it's on the ngalso.org channel if anybody like to watch, yeah? Then Rinpoche start with all the sort of contents of the combined practice. So he divided it into Kriya Tantra, Action Tantra. He divided according to the 4 classes of Tantra. Kriya, Charya Yoga, and Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantra, 4 tantras, okay? very important. Action. Kriya means action tantra. Yeah? Charya means conduct or behavior tantra. Yoga means yoga, like yug in Sanskrit means joining, like union, okay? Yoking, yeah? And Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantra means the most high supreme form of Yoga Tantra, okay? So we have a special system with 4 classes of Tantra within our Galupa tradition, okay? Ganda Nyingu tradition, yeah, okay? So in here, actually, maybe I should read the list. Why? Because Rinpoche always used to do like that, but actually there's some reason, yeah, okay? Because truly, yeah, Rinpoche shared with us the essence of his knowledge, his wisdom, yeah, okay? But in a way that we could grasp, that we could digest. So, for example, Kriya Tantra, this contents, no? First it starts with NgalSo Self-Healing 1, Shakyamuni Buddha, yeah? Okay, Rinpoche put so much emphasis on Shakyamuni Buddha. Why? He said because we're kind of forgetting that in the midst of all these yidams and dakini, protector gurus, lineage gurus, and so on, we're forgetting Shakyamuni Buddha. Everything is from Shakyamuni Buddha. So Rinpoche give a lot of emphasis to the practice of Shakyamuni Buddha. Yeah, actually, as is the style of Atisha. Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, so Rinpoche made many beautiful practices related to Shakyamuni Buddha. So here in this combined practice, there's just maybe like one line or one mantra. Yeah, please don't think that these practice is only one line or one mantra. Rinpoche said, in what I said at the beginning, I'm giving you thousands of wisdom key. Okay, and it's true. Maybe here is just one mantra or one color or something or one title. Yeah, this is one key. With blessing, yeah, with Rinpoche's full power, full blessing, which is opening many doors for us to enter into all kinds of incredible practice if we like, yeah. And the thing is that over the past 30 years, we've been preparing all this, yeah. So behind each one of these, one mantra or one line or one page, there's a book, a commentary, a sadhana, yeah. This is the NgalSo system, yeah. So it's like with this combined practice, Rinpoche has given us, like these days, they have like these incredible, if you have like an expensive car, you have like this special key thing, yeah? It's not like a key anymore. You press it and it's electronically, you can open things, yeah? So this sadhana is kind of like the super key opening up the whole of our possibility to practice so many things. But it's like if you open the garage door, then you need to go in, no? Then you need to know how to open up the beautiful, I don't know, let's say Tesla car these days, and you need to know how to drive and how to use, yeah? But at least you have the key that opens the garage and open the car, yeah? Okay, some kind of permission you have, but then, of course, then maybe you need to learn how to drive, yeah? And also you need to know where to go. Then there's much more, okay? But anyway, Rinpoche is so kind to give us freely, to anybody who likes this special key, because these keys are not so easy to get, But he was such an incredible bodhisattva mind. He just said, please, these things will transform your mind, So please use, So this is his gift to all of us, all of us equally, Which is why, by the way, in this winter course, that's why I thought it's very important that we have like the puja streamed from Albagnano, and with Carmen and Gabriella and Mary Christine, and maybe today also some other friends doing the practice. Why? Because also it's true, always for years and years and years, we were all together, like they were always there doing this practice with Rinpoche. And also this practice is for everybody. It's our practice, It's not just for myself or Lama Michelle, it's for us, it's for all of us, yeah? And all of us, somehow it's our practice, we have to do it, we have to show it, yeah? We're all kind of responsible, okay? So Juntos Podemos will do it together, okay? As Rinpoche wanted, yeah? Okay? So let me now carry on a little bit with the explanation, yeah? Okay, so in the sadhana, we're now at after this, yeah, this beautiful picture. This picture is amazing. Rinpoche worked for a long time on this. This is the called Ocean of Mandalas, yeah, okay. So this Rinpoche actually first time he made it actually was with me on a back of an envelope, yeah. And then we used to have to draw this again and again, like very badly drawn. This like double Borobudur, we're showing 10 bhumis, and then then gradually called Ducho, and then we start to draw better. And then Rinpoche have all kinds of incredible ideas, how to represent all of the tantras in this one mandala, yeah. So the model is the Borobudur Stupa mandala in Indonesia, of course. Let's say somehow it's like the mother mandala, mother center of our tradition. But Rinpoche add many other things, He add, like, for example, you have many versions of this. Like, so for example, this one here, actually, okay, this one here is showing more or less like the one in Indonesia. East side, blue, Akshobhya, yeah. Actually, I hope it's not. To me, it looks reversed, but anyway, hopefully not. Yeah. South side, yellow, Ratnasambhava. West side, north, Amitabha. Green side, Amoghasiddhi. Centra, Varochana. Yeah. And then the three rings of stupa, 32, 24, and 16 stupas, and the mother stupa. Yeah. Which briefly, yeah. Very, very briefly. Okay. Anyway, this is another huge subject. Actually, we have like a very long commentary, which we haven't published yet, by the way, on the nature of Borobudur and related to the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. Yeah, it's another thing we have to do. But 5 levels is the 5 Mahayana path. The 10 levels from the bottom to the top is the 10 Bodhisattva Bhumis. Here is how to say these in the center part. Yeah, okay. Is showing like 32 represents the father tantras, for example, like Guhya Samaja. The 24 represents the mother tantras, like, for example, Haruka or Hervadra. And the 16 represents the union tantras, like Yamantaka. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Rinpoche did so many incredible things. Okay, anyway, this is the symbol of our tradition. Okay, our NgalSo mandala. Yeah, okay, which you see everywhere, like, for example, in Albagnano, in Brazil, in our Temple of Great Love, all in Chile, in our Dharma Center, in Almeria, in all our centers around the world. Yeah, okay. This is our NgalSo symbol. Yeah. This anyway, and this I need to talk about some other time. Too much. Yeah. Now I would like to talk about the next page, the introduction, page 13. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you have the book or the PDF and you can follow me. Okay. So it says introduction. Yeah. NgalSo. Okay. Rinpoche said all his teachings and all the Buddhist teachings you can explain by the word NgalSo, which in Tibetan means like relaxation or ease or to recover your tiredness. Okay. In Tibetan, Nel means suffering and the causes of suffering. And so, NgalSo, so means our potential to eliminate suffering and develop our qualities. Yeah. Contained within the name NgalSo are the 4 noble truths, the first teachings of Buddha Shakyamuni after he attained enlightenment. Yeah, actually, Rinpoche, he always used to say that actually this was Buddha's second teaching. After Rinpoche always used to say incredible things all the time. Yeah, so he used to say that the 4 noble truth teaching, yeah, in Sarnath in the Deer Park, was Buddha's second teaching, because Buddha's first teaching was on the road to Sarnath, where he met 2 Burmese merchants, yeah, Bakula and somebody else whose name I forget, yeah. And so they were going along with many oxen, yeah, laden with silks and things from Burma. They were going to Varanasi. And then all of a sudden their oxen carts got stuck in the ground, and they was like, what's happening? Yeah, strange, this has never happened before. So then they got out to have a look, and they saw the Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree. So then they said, then they thought, this is a holy person, yeah. So they immediately went, holy person, yeah. And they said, please, be the businessmen, yeah. They said, please, holy person, help us to improve our business. How can we make more money, yeah? And the Buddha was meditating. He opened his eyes. He said, sure, I'll tell you. And he taught them one sutra called the Sutra of the 10 Directions, yeah, which actually we use in our NgalSo tradition, yeah, where you have to visualize the Buddhas everywhere you go, yeah. Before you travel, you need to pay respect to Buddha, no? One Buddha in one Pure Land around. So he said, do this and all your business affairs will be very successful, yeah. So they said, thank you very much, and then went on their way, okay. So anyway, so this was Buddha's first teaching, yeah, and Buddha's first official teaching was the 4 Noble Truths teaching, yeah, okay. So Rinpoche always said that Buddha's first teaching was about astrology, actually. Okay. And he used to repeat that very, very many times. Okay. Anyway, so it says here, okay, Buddha's first teaching is the Four Noble Truths. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And NgalSo. Yeah. Rinpoche always explained. This is in all our NgalSo commentaries, if you want to read the explanation. Yeah, about how the first two noble truths, the truth of the origin of suffering, and truth of suffering and the origin of suffering. Yeah, the first two noble truths are contained in the word Nal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it means the first truth is suffering exists. Okay, yeah, life is rubbish. Suffering exists. Second truth is why? Because of my own deluded mind, and because of my own karma, my own actions, I am responsible for my own experience, which mainly is suffering because my mind projects reality in the wrong way. Okay, first two noble truths. Not very nice, but there you are. Yeah, Buddhism's about accepting reality, yeah, and living a happier, healthy, more balanced life in touch with reality. Okay. Third and fourth noble truths, which are contained within the word so. Now it gets better. Third truth is it's possible to completely stop suffering, have a cessation of suffering, yeah, achieve nirvana, yeah. And the fourth noble truth, there is a path, there is a replicable method how to do it, yeah, which we call the Dharma teachings, okay. So that's much better, yeah, okay. So it means, okay, life is unsatisfactory, we're responsible for that, but fortunately, there's a way and if we put this tried and tested method into practice, we can all become free of our mental suffering. And we know it's true because thousands and millions of people like us have done it before. Yeah, so it's not like a bad investment or anything like that, because 2,000 years of people have done it before us. Yeah, many people have become Buddhas, not just one. Yeah. If there was only one Buddha, we would think, maybe not possible now. But actually, there's thousands of people who achieved enlightenment, men and women, throughout many places in the world. Yeah. So if they can, we can. Yeah. We're all good enough to achieve enlightenment. We all have Buddha nature. Yeah. Okay. So if we apply the Dharma correctly, there's no reason why we cannot not gradually progress towards enlightenment. Yeah. So, introduction. Since Rinpoche arrived in the West, all his activities have been aimed at helping his friends and disciples to overcome many kinds of physical, mental, emotional, and environmental sufferings that they experience in everyday life. Yeah, okay. This is true, yeah, and we have like hundreds and hundreds of testimonies, yeah, of people that Rinpoche healed and helped. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Actually, we had some ideas too. I don't share those, but these days, it's not so easy because of all the laws of privacy and copyright. But anyway, we do truly have like many, many letters of people thanking Rinpoche in Rinpoche's house, Rinpoche's lab, right? In Italy. We have collected like so many letters of people saying, thank you so much. You saved my life. You changed my life, You saved my child. You saved my husband, and so on, yeah, okay? And many of Rinpoche's disciples, the old ones, they were first, Rinpoche said, first my patients and then my disciples. Yeah, okay. So then it says, the NgalSo practices presented in a condensed form in this book, in this manual. Yeah. Our method, actually, the commentary is the whole of the NgalSo system, by the way. So you better buy yourself a bookshelf, yeah, and then gradually start to put all the NgalSo books and commentaries on it, because all the rest of the NgalSo system is a commentary to this book, this manual, yeah. The NgalSo practices presented in a condensed form in this book are methods to help us transform the roots of our suffering caused by our unlimited ignorance. That's our main problem, yeah, according to Buddhism, yeah. Our attachment, hatred, pride, miserliness, fear, and jealousy, to transform all these into the limitless qualities of love, compassion, generosity, humility, patience, and so on, yeah. By transforming each darkness into light and developing our qualities, not only on a gross level, but also on subtle levels, we're able to live a healthier, happy, and more peaceful life. Yeah, okay. So this is also something Rinpoche used to say a lot. Yeah, in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3 book, The Guide to the Good Thought Supermarket, it's all phrased like this: that our mind is full of darkness, and gradually, like it's coming like when the sun rises. No, it's coming first light, second light, but it divides into 108 lights. Yeah. 108 lights is full light awakening, yeah? Okay, so of course we have the first light, we have Buddha nature, but it's not enough. We need to awaken that, we need to develop it, yeah? We need many cause and condition, yeah? So we need to actually dispel all the darkness in our mind by awakening all these inner qualities and inner lights, yeah? Which is the whole of Rinpoche's book and incredible systems about that, yeah? Okay. So it will help us to live a healthier, happier, and more peaceful life, yeah? And it will help us to become gradually more wise, more compassionate, and more awakened, okay? So this is why Rinpoche, he opened up the NgalSo system to everybody. So that's why, in fact, for example, now we're repeating this on YouTube, yeah? At first we're like, oh, no, it's not possible, yeah? But Rinpoche said, listen, the historical Buddha, why did he leave the privilege and luxury of his palace? Yeah. Why? Because he was seeking a solution to human suffering, and human suffering comes in many different colors and varieties. Yeah. And what we have now, the Dharma, are all kinds of solutions to people's sufferings. Yeah. Okay. So the historical Buddha, he gave all kinds of different advice, and actually he studied science, sports, grammar, poetry, mathematics, astronomy. He was a very intelligent person. Okay. So it's not just Buddhism is not just sitting there meditating. Yeah. Okay. Also, there's the medical side. There's psychology. There's all kinds of things in the Buddhist culture. So Rinpoche said, the Shakyamuni, the historical Buddha, all this he made to alleviate suffering, yeah? And of course, people have different needs, yeah? So he said, that's why I'm opening up the NgalSo system to everybody. It's not just for initiates and for a few kind of really hardcore Dharma practitioners. He said, anybody welcome to come in, yeah? And may everybody find ease and well-being by whatever part they can take, whatever little bit they can digest. You're welcome, yeah? So he said, I want people to find ease and well-being, NgalSo, yeah, by listening to my teachings, through practicing self-healing, all these incredible ideas and methods and foundations, all this stuff I'm doing. The whole point is this, that people find ease and well-being and harmony. Then on top, when we become happier and more satisfied, well-balanced people, we'll also try and seek awakening, no, for the benefit of all beings, following the Bodhisattva path, yeah. But first people want to be more healthy, more happy. And he said, it's okay, So therefore, everybody welcome to come in, okay? So that was Rinpoche's way. That's our NgalSo way, okay? So actually, on that note, I think I will stop for today and I'll conclude, yeah? Why I'm speaking shorter is because now what we're going to do is I'm going to switch off the stream from here, from NgalSo España, and we're going to go over to Albagnano Gompa, and hopefully we have some of our beautiful NgalSo singers there, yeah? Okay. Like yesterday they did. Actually, it was so nice yesterday. I hope you all watched, yeah? Also, usually I'm all the time in Albagnano. I think for 20 years, every winter, I was in the winter retreat. This is the first year because of the pandemic and the planes and whatever. I'm not there. However, next year I'm going to be there, yeah? But now I can see actually how the rest of our Sangha around the world sees it. It's really nice, Like I also looked yesterday on the TV and saw the streaming. So nice, Albagnano Gompa, so full of light, so full of energy. We just must go to Albagnano as soon as possible. Yeah, so many, like the Gompa where they're doing the practice. This is where Rinpoche was teaching for so many years, Yeah, it's full of his energy there, full of his light, yeah. So anyway, so we're going to switch over to and also one thing I found very nice yesterday, I'd just like to say to our friends in Albagnano, the energy is very good on doing the puja, and this is why Rinpoche said we can meditate together through the streaming, yeah. So but we have to do together live. So, for example, please, everybody watching this, don't switch off. Okay, don't think, okay, now I'm going to do whatever else. Just wait and let's all do the pujas together, because so powerful. And really, the energy's there, the blessings there. It's perfect. Yeah. Okay. So we can use technology to our advantage, and actually spread some positive energy in this world in this way. Okay, so now I'm going to dedicate over to Albagnano. I mean, I will be sat here, but you won't see me, but I'm going to do the practice too. Yeah, so let's all of us in Brazil and Chile and Argentina, America, Asia, Europe, all over the world, wherever we are, let's all meditate together. Okay, and do Rinpoche's combined practice as one sangha. Yeah. And that's exactly what Rinpoche wanted, yeah. And then for sure, Rinpoche will come back quickly. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Nimo dele sendele, nime kuya handele shin, nin sentatu dele pel, kunjo sungi higjingilo, kunjo sungi nedruso, kunjo sungi hitashi sho. Oh, one other thing, yeah. Actually, honestly, I think watching the puja doing from Albagnano is perfect. But actually, some friends asked me yesterday if I could give the transmission of the mantras. So yes, I will do it on Christmas Eve. Okay, and every day 5 o'clock till 6:15 European afternoon time for the next 10 days. I'll be explaining Rinpoche's combined practice, and afterwards there'll be the puja. Yeah, on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, the 31st, I will give the transmission of the mantras. Okay. Thank you all very much. Now over to Albagnano. See you all tomorrow. Yeah. Now let's meditate. Yeah. Okay.